IRS agent that investigated the proceeds of narcotic heroin trafficking and all that. Do you have the record? Do they exist? The answer is no. What? We still have that on our screen. If you roll back this video, you will see all the FBI documents that were released in 2022, 2023. Now in 2024, they said they don't exist. The lawyer is saying the answer is no. To the court. Yeah, to a court in Washington, D.C. 2 days ago. This is the argument. Then they went further. Third, even if it is presumed that the affidavit from an agent of one agency is imputed to other agencies, which the law forbids, plaintiff must establish that the prior disclosure matches and is as specific as the requested information. So they are saying that Aaron Greenspan must prove to the FBI, to the CIA, to the DEA, right, that even though publicly disclosed document of Tinubu that you have in public, that similarly the same one is does exist with the FBI. He has to bring a, they have to kind of like show to them that the one in public and the one with the FBI they are the same. So if they cannot show that, then they don't have any case. I know this is what it is, Baba. In in the situation of Americans will never allow anyone who is a foreign asset to lead them. But here we are. Tinubu spent $1.8 million between 2022 and 2023 to stop any release of his documents, despite his close protection by these agencies in America. He spent so much money to make sure that these documents said they must not release them. And his lawyer said, if they release these documents, it's going to cause irreparable damages to Tinubu. So this is their lawyer, okay, saying the remaining defendants in this FOIA action are the FBI, DEA, and CIA. So, said, hang on, number ACF, number 40, steep of dismissal, meaning order August 13, 2024, dismissing other defendants. Additionally, as to these three defendants, plaintiff has agreed to waive his claim related to count 7, December 1, 2023, FBI FOIA request, FBI file number ATLG-C180, count 9, July 21, 2022, DEA FOIA request, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Andrew Edwards, waiver limited to Edwards. So that was where they kind of like redacted the Tinubu, okay, that they should, not release Tinubu's detail, okay. Here, March 23, 2023, DEA FOIA request, Muiz Adegboyega Konde, and any corresponding allegation related to this request raised in count 13, declaratory judgments. I know this is just like a word of, So request number 1588244-000, FBI. This is what the FBI responded, their lawyer, by electronic FOIA dated March 29, 2023. Plaintiff submitted the FOIA request to the FBI seeking the entire FBI file for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Date of birth, March 29, 1952. President-elect of Nigeria as of February 2023. By letter dated April 4, 2023. The FBI acknowledged receipt of plaintiff's FOIA request and notified plaintiff his request for assigned FBI FOIPA request number that the FBI informed plaintiff that because its request sought records for third-party individuals, it will neither confirm nor deny the existence of such records, pursuant to FOIA exemptions 6 and 7. The FBI informed plaintiff that the mere acknowledgement of the existence of FBI records on a third-party individual could reasonably be expected to constitute an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy, and that this was the FBI standard response to such request and should not be taken to mean that the records do or do not exist. They are neither here nor there. As a result, the FBI advised plaintiff that it was closing its request. The FBI informed plaintiff it could appeal the FBI response to the Department of Justice, Office of Information Policy, within 90 days of its letter. Now that's what that is. So FBI response is that we can either confirm or deny. Here you get. And because the person you are requesting us for, we believe is a private individual. So therefore, we are closing your request. Sorry. But if you are not happy with our decision, go to the Department of Justice, Office of Information Policy. Go and talk to them there. You are going to meet the brick wall again. Here you get. So request number 2, request number 1593615-000 by FOIA, dated March 25. So it's similar. It's almost the same thing. We can either confirm or deny. Papa, you de crazy. You have already confirmed and you have released more than 100 pages of this criminal, the record of this criminal. So how come you can't change them again to we can either confirm or deny? Now to the DEA, the request number 22-00892-F. On July 21, 2022, plaintiff submitted a FOIA request assigned case number 22-00892-F to the DEA seeking any records from the DEA's Hammond, Indiana, or Washington, D.C. offices concerning the Nigerian Heroin Distribution Organization active from approximately 1988 to 1994 or later, involving any of the following individuals: Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Lee Andrew Edwards. This organization is described in a civil forfeiture complaint and a confidential IRS affidavit in civil action number filed in the Northern District of Illinois. Okay, so Exhibit 2, Davis Declaration. So on August 22, 2022, DEA notified plaintiff that the agency had decided to neither confirm nor deny the existence of such records pursuant to FOIA exemptions 6 and 7C, as even acknowledging the existence of law enforcement records on another individual could reasonably be expected to constitute an unwarranted invasion of privacy. So on August 23, 2022, plaintiff filed an appeal of DEA's determination with the Office of Information Policy, assigned case number A-2022-01983. On November 30, 2022, the Office of Information Policy notified plaintiff of their decision to affirm DEA's determination to neither confirm nor deny the existence of the record. You see, this is what happened when CIA seal your record. All agencies, once they see sealed, classified on your record, it simply means no agency must release anything about you. The only person that can unseal all of that is the President of America. Yes. If the president now says, you know what, we are unsealing that record, we are releasing everything. So you see, FBI will no longer matter. The same agency that is telling you that we can either deny or confirm, they will begin to release everything out and say, yeah, we have them. They exist. Okay. Privacy no matter anymore. Yeah, take everything now. Here is what we have on him. You know, in any country, once they say classified, Dr. Agbede will say classified. Once they say classified, you can write FOI request. And once they put it there for the sake of national security, Baba, every agency that because normally they were supposed to honor the FOI. Sure, you get now. They are supposed to, Freedom of Information Act, they are supposed to honor it. But once they say it is classified for national security, nobody must touch them. And that is what is being faced here. So the only time they were able to release some of these documents was when the court said they should release them. Now, they are denying the existence of these documents intentionally, something they will never allow in their own country. They will never allow a drug dealer, a compromised person to be the president of America. Never. See how many years they were holding Donald Trump, calling him a Russian asset. Eh? They even set up what do you call it? A special counsel or something, Mueller, to investigate that it was Russia that it was Russia that Donald Trump was representing for 4 years because of a dossier. They said there was a dossier from somebody, a dossier that was actually developed by Clinton, Hillary Clinton. Yeah? That they found out that Donald Trump was working for Russia for 4 years. They were investigating Donald Trump because they won't take it. They won't. They even impeached him because of this dossier. But now in America, in Nigeria, a drug dealer, a known drug dealer, drug baron, is the president of Nigeria. Eh? And they are telling us that we cannot, and all that. DEA. Now, this is the one for the CIA. So listen to the CIA own. They say on March 23rd, 2023, plaintiff submitted a request to the CIA for materials concerning Tinubu from January 1, 1985 to December 21, 2021. By a letter dated July 21, 2023, the CIA notified plaintiff that CIA assigned his request FOIA number F-2023-01008. On October 25th, 2023, the CIA issued a Glomar response. Glomar response. Why do I call it Glomar? Glomar response, and notified plaintiff that the agency can neither confirm nor deny the existence or non-existence of records responsive to his request pursuant to FOIA exemptions 1 and 3. According to the accompanying CIA declaration, the CIA invoked a Glomar response because confirming or denying the existence or non-existence of record related to Tinubu during the relevant period will reveal classified information that is protected from disclosure by executive order, exemption 1, and statute, exemption 3, and an acknowledgement confirming or denying the existence or non-existence of such records will reveal classified intelligence information and jeopardize the clandestine nature of the CIA's intelligence activities and or disclose information about CIA's sources and methods. So then it became a civil action where, according to them, right, they said on June 12, 2023, plaintiff filed a complaint, which the agency answered on August 28, 2023. On that same day, plaintiff filed an amendment complaint adding the CIA as a defendant. The agencies answered the amended complaint on September 11, 2023, and the CIA filed a supplemental answer on September 27, 2023. On March 24, 2024, plaintiff filed a second amendment complaint, ACF number 35, which the agency answered on April 8, 2024. From the outset and throughout the litigation, the FBI, DEA, and CIA have asserted Glomar responses as to plaintiff's request to each of them for records about Tinubu, and as to plaintiff's request to the DEA for records about Agbele, right? On August 13, 2024, plaintiff stipulated to the dismissal of the Executive Office for United States Attorneys, Department of State and IRS, stip of dismissal scored. The court dismissed these defendants. See, they lost. So, minimum order, August 13, 2024, plaintiff and the remaining defendants, FBI, CIA, and DEA, agreed to proceed to summary judgment briefing, limited to certain specified issues, namely the Glomar responses as to Tinubu and Agbele. On September 12, 2024, plaintiff filed a motion for summary judgment. Defendant now oppose plaintiff's summary judgment motion and cross-move for summary judgment on the ground that they complied with their obligations under FOIA when responding to plaintiff's request. For these reasons, and those set forth in the accompanying declarations, the court should grant summary judgment in favor of defendants. Remember, this is their lawyer in court in Washington, D.C., defending the CIA, FBI, as well as the DEA for why they cannot release Tinubu's documents. This is their lawyer. This is, you know what I mean? So the legal standard, so summary judgment is appreciated when the pleadings and evidence show that there is no genuine issue as to any material fact and that the movement is entitled to judgment as a matter of law. The party seeking summary judgment must demonstrate the absence of a genuine issue of material facts. A genuine issue of material fact is one that might affect the outcome of the suit under the governing law. So Anderson versus Liberty Lobby, Inc., 477 U.S. 242-256, 1986. Once the movement has met its burden, the non-moving party may not rest upon the mere allegations or denial of his pleading, but must set forth specific facts showing that there is a genuine issue for trial. Blah, 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 arguments, blah, 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 like that. So here, the FBI and the DA properly asserted Glomar under exemptions 6 and 7C, and the CIA properly asserted Glomar under exemption 1 and 3. So they said FBI and DEA have properly asserted Glomar responses pursuant to privacy. So Glomar is that we can either confirm or deny. I'll leave you with the rest. My time is up. We have to take calls to those who might want to react to this. So, you know what? Read the comments. In the comment, right, you will see the link to this new document. So we are waiting for what the court will say. If the court is going to say, you know what, your Glomar response or Glomar responses doesn't count now. What you need to do is that release the documents. Release it. And then we can see what they are hiding. Tinubu is CIA, American assets. There is document to prove that. Tinubu said if they release his documents or his record, his criminal record, everything about him, there will be consequences. So the people, over 200 million people, that Tinubu is destroying their lives now in that contraption, they deserve to know. They deserve to know. Even though some of us believe that maybe even if they release everything, what would you do, Nigerians? They've released enough documents of the criminal past of this guy. But people didn't really do anything. But yeah, that is plausible. It's an argument that, you know, somehow, well, makes sense. It's disappointing, but it makes sense. But for the sake of the unborn generation, it is ideal to leave this information out there. People need to know who this guy is and why it will help them to tank and destroy that contraption. That's what he is doing right now. America doesn't have to come in and destroy Nigeria. They have an asset that can do that for them easily. The one that can put millions of children's lives in danger, leave them in poverty. I'm talking about generational poverty. He can do it. So therefore, a country like Nigeria, with over 200 million population, with a vast, what do you call it? A vast deposit of mineral resources that could have made them one of the powerful countries in the world. They would never have the chance of reaching any stage or any level to be a threat to the United States of America or any of these Western countries. because all of their assets in that country, they are doing the job for them. Others, there are those who are doing the Islamic fundamentalist work for them in Nigeria. Those who are sponsoring terrorists in their own country, destroying their own country in the name of religion, when they actually don't believe in any religion per se. As you have those from the Arab country who have their own assets in Nigeria, so you have the Westerners who have their own assets in Nigeria. Majority of your politicians, they are criminals. And because they are criminals, the West, they have a compromise on them. They are willing tools. They are those who will sign off terrible, terrible deals. Deals that will further impoverish the people, that will further put your life in danger, destroy your jobs, destroy your businesses, destroy your industries, underdevelop you. They will sign them off. And you will never get to that stage of being competitive to any country in the world. They are doing it. This is what compromise means. In this part of the world, Baba, if they do a background check on you and they discover that look at it now. You see some of your state governors, they are criminals. Bajabia Mole, who was your speaker, the last speaker, is a criminal from Georgia in America. The current governor of Ogun State, Dubious Dapo, his mugshot is online. He's also an ex-convict, a criminal from Florida. So these are willing tools. All they have to kind of do is what? All they have to do is just tell them what they want and they will sign it off. You are never going to be a priority. Everywhere, left, right, and center. Go to the east, go to the west, go to the north. They are compromised. They are compromised. They're criminals. When you begin to dig into their past, you will see where and who is holding the leash. You can easily see that, and you can see why they will never do anything that will actually take Nigeria to any full potential, ever. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's a sad one, though. I'll take a break. I'll come back and take calls. For those who might want to say one or two things, though. It's unfortunate. This is the guy who is, which we have his image, is a Guinean. Your president has a passport of another place in Africa, and you are not supposed to have a dual citizenship. If you want to be, you have to renounce one, Abi. Call who didn't. Oh my God, what are you going to do? What are you going to do even if tomorrow they say, yeah, release everything to them? Release everything. You still won't do anything. So every time I look at him, I'm like, see, this is why you will never see any real investor come into that place because all this information are also available. So everybody, investors, they can see all these things. Nobody want to be part of that. Nobody want to be in the same room to share any conversation with somebody who is an asset to America. You don't even understand. You don't. Or you not go learn.